Okay, boys and girls, welcome back to Twin J Racing, and we're going to finish the autopsy, or finish tearing this down. I want the pistons out of it for parts for trophies, and the oil pan bolts for my buddy Dave, and sell the oil pan maybe scrap it, who knows. But we're going to get the last of this torn apart, get the heads off, the oil pan off, get the pistons out. No, we're not putting it on an engine stand either. We're just going to knock it apart like we did. Well, you can't really see it, but the 260 is completely torn apart and gone. So now it's time to work on this one. So we're going to get it apart. So follow along. Pretty much mostly going to be time lapse. Sorry about that, but that's just the easiest way. We're going to pull all these head bolts. I might try to do the exhaust manifold bolts. It's still got the tabs bent over on it, so that tells you them have never been out. Knock the heads off. Then we'll get the engine crane involved. And we'll pick it up, we'll take the oil pan off, knock pistons out. Not hard, just a little time consuming, so follow along. Maybe. And then yes, we have to clean up 260, guts, tools, stuff, parts. Yes, crazy. So let's get over here and we'll start working on that side. Now you're a little high. We'll knock that head off first, and then we'll get to the other side. Okay, we got her all set up. We gotta get all these bolts out, both sides, and then we'll get to the pistons and rods. Oh, fun, 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 boys and girls. Fun, fun, fun! I don't even have a T-bird for my daddy to take away. Oh. If you're old enough, you'll get that joke. Oh, that's still there. Ah, dumbass. Also, PSA, don't use chrome sockets on impacts. It's not good for them. That's what I've been told. I'd never use chrome sockets on impacts. Look away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Purdy. Oh, purdy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I can't figure it out why, but the backside 3/8 hex never fits the bolts. What the pizza, guys? What the pizza? One oil pump coming up. Oil pump shaft, anyone? Oil pump bolts? I usually have to go buy those. Alright. Ooh, they put those both front and center for me. Now we need a 9/16 12 point. I think that was this one. No, you're a 6 point. You gotta have a 12 point because these are 12 point nuts. Oh, don't get old, guys. It sucks. We're gonna find all my tools someday. Okay, so I guess loose would be a better option. It might actually come loose that way. Where's my some other PSAs real quick. You never, if you're planning on saving any of this hardware or stuff, you never do this, because you want to be able to put a nut back on that. We don't care. These are just being used for parts from here. Normally you want to be careful of the crankshaft. We don't care. You guys have, if you haven't, go back and watch them, but you have seen me take other motors, other engines apart. Oh, I can't, there we go. Well, that one had some trash go through it at some point. Look at that. That had some pretty good trash go through it at some point. Oh well, doesn't really matter now, but it was a running and driving motor. Oh yeah, that puppy was on its way to failing. It's too big, it won't go back in there. The top side just as bad. That's probably why I didn't want to come out. It's kind of stretched, because that thing should snap in there. Well, the guy that had this engine that I acquired it from was using it and drag and drive stuff, and now he's going to swap it to an LS. So I ended up with all these engine parts because he's not using any of it. And I wanted the 204R that was behind this is what I wanted. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I wanted it. I want all the 204Rs. Once again, 100%, this is not the way to be taking this apart. Is it out? Yeah, it's out. And there's the piston. A little crusty. Like I said, it's got a weird dish and tapered. Whatever. Don't care. That bearing fit pretty good. Tab to tab. Tab to tab. We're not tightening all of this up because we'll probably end up pulling a lot of this apart. I already took those off. That's right. This is interesting. They got clips. I don't think these are floating pins. No, I guess they are. These are actually floating pins in this 307. That is intriguing. I did not know that. Let's see how much cussing we can do. And just like that, we pulled the pin out, or pulled the clip out. And then theoretically, we should be able to press, theoretically, let's pull this other pin. Now, let's wedge this puppy in there. Yeah, that wasn't. Nobody ever said I was the smartest tool in the shed. That pin has been pushed out enough to get the rod out, and the rod is bushed. Wow. I didn't know they put all that technology into a 307. Oiled on the top. Well, I don't know, or if it just sucks oil in from the top. Wow. I did not know that. That is cool. See? That's just nice and loose in there. I'm in my punch drawer. I know I got a fat punch somewhere. Well, that's actually a snowplow pin, but we use it as a punch. Alright, now the pin's completely out. And here's your piston pin. Or wrist pin, not piston pin. What the hell am I saying? This is your wrist pin, and you can see where it's been floating between the piston and the rod there. That is cool. I did not know these had floating pistons. Wow. You learn something new every day. Or at least you should. Anyways, now that we got all of this apart, I mean, if you have a 307, that would be a good upgrade. The motor, you know, G.I. Joe or some shit. Oh. Okay, that's not the right size. So this must be 3/4. No, that's an 18. What's this? That's an 18. Curiosity, boys and girls. Curiosity. Let's see if we can drop the crank on me. Let's not and say we did, but I've done dumber shit. Now, that had a lot of oil still in it. Also, you wouldn't normally remove caps this way. That doesn't look bad. Those seem smaller. I thought this had 1/2-inch mains. I guess not. That one don't look bad. Okay. Let's check the one that normally shows most signs of wear. This is the front one. Yep. And the front one never disappoints. That's the one that gets the least amount of oil and has the timing chain against it. I mean, it's not terrible, but not great. The motor's got right around, the engine has right around 100,000 miles on it. Yahtzee! So the next one is going to be the real fun one. We're going to have to take it out slowly and evenly so I don't drop the crank on my head. Not that it would do much damage, but still. That's the second main. Okay, I did not want to take that one all the way out yet. There we go. Well, that was more graceful than I thought it was going to be. Oh yeah, that is the thrust, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're not dealing with this now by Chevy, dumbass. That one don't look bad. Thrust looks pretty darn good. Well, all right. There's that one, there's that one. We'll put these two together like that. I don't know why I pulled the crank, I just wanted to. So, this one will go in next. I just wanted to fully disassemble this motor, I guess. There's no, or engine, I guess. There is no rhyme or reason why I did this. I just decided to. That and to help make it easier to carry because it's got to go out to my trailer. Because everything here is scrap metal. Everything, well, this part. Pistons are getting cleaned. The oil pump's scrap metal. I'll have the oil pan cleaned. I gotta take The rest of them studs out. Hey, it's a 5L. Does that mean it's a 5 liter? It does. And see, what's crazy is, I don't know if you can see this, but this whole oil pump passage is completely cleaned up where the oil pump sits. On the older ones, it stops right there. It's crazy. The stuff they actually fixed in the later blocks that are junk versus the old big blocks and old small blocks. Oh well. You'll get that on a lot of stuff as they go on. That's kind of what I think. You know, they went to the bushed rods and floating pistons. They put roller cams in these motors, in these engines. Put roller cams in them. I'm pretty sure the shape of that piston has something to do with the combustion chamber to help that out. I don't know. I'm no engineer. I just drive the crazy train. Now, if you're putting these in, you would tap them in and then pull them up evenly, not like I'm doing. I'm just trying to get them put back on. So, there's been about 3 videos now on tearing this thing apart. We took the lifters and the valve covers and all that off at first. We took the cam out also. And the timing chain and all of that, I think, was another video. And now we've taken the bottom end apart. So there is nothing left of this engine in one piece. So I guess this is where it's going to end. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the other videos if you have. If you haven't, please go watch the other videos on this 307. I guess that's about it, boys and girls. And well, if you want to hang out for a little bit, we're going to knock these bolts out for Dave real quick. The reason why I don't sit Indian style anymore. I believe that finishes, guys and girls. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you boys and girls in the next one.